It is showtime.
This is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast.
Oh, hell yeah!
20 questions,
105 possible points.
I have an answer to your question.
general knowledge categories like
Literature,
music,
sports,
history,
TV, geography,
and many more.
all in a pub trivia game format.
I'm paying thousands of dollars for education. Apparently, I don't need to.
I have a question for you. Are you ready to pass the bar?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
This is a Heavy B production.
This is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast. Welcome back. We host this game we're about to play 4 nights a week in front of live pub drinking audiences that are usually divided into teams. And we bring it to you at your fingertips on the World Wide Web and social media, so you can access it whenever you want. If you want to prepare for your next pub trivia game or pass some time at work, pass some time on the commute, whatever you want to do with this podcast, it's completely up to you, Jason.
Yeah, in the privacy of your own
In the
home.
privacy of your own home. You can utilize it any way you'd like. My
Yes,
name is
you
Edge.
can.
I am your host tonight. All the decisions I make are final. I am the man with all the answers, Jason, but as I often say, just don't ask me for advice, man. Joining me, as always, our measuring stick, Jason Young. How are you tonight, Jason?
I feel very measurable.
Very
measurable.
You know what? In the last 2 games that we've played, though, you have scored 50 points, which is a fairly competitive score for an individual. How are you feeling today coming into this game? I recall the last game that we played, and I know you guys might be watching these out of order, I don't know, but the last game we played, you were 2 for 9 in the second half. Are we going to have a repeat of that? And by the way, he's got his wife sitting over here on the side. So if you see Jason going off to the side, we are allowing Sarah, his wife, doesn't have enough makeup on. She doesn't want to
Sit
come
there
on.
and mock me is what we're allowing her to do.
Sarah doesn't want to come on because she's not wearing enough makeup. I can only imagine what I look like right now.
I feel consistent, Brad. That was your question. Yeah, I feel consistent.
Okay, good, yeah. I mean, he's got 50 in back-to-back games, so we'll see if he can get 50 again. A lot of people ask me, though, Jason, when they tune into the podcast, what is the Bar Exam? The Bar Exam is a pub trivia game consisting of 20 questions divided into 2 halves. Each half is then divided into 3 parts, and each part contains 3 questions. So before a 3-question part begins, I read out 3 categories, and then I ask a question pertaining to one of those categories, and normally we would play a song when we're at the pub, but because we like to keep this game moving along, we typically play this sound effect right here. It's about 12 seconds long. It goes pretty quick. So as I always say, if you need to stop the podcast, if you need to pause it, go ahead and do that, but we do not provide that luxury for Jason, the pausing of the podcast. He's got to answer it within 12 seconds. So that's really the gist of the game. It's that simple. Submit your answer before the end of that sound effect. Here is the rub of the game, though. Each player is given a value of 6, 3, and 1 before each 3-question part. So you must wager each of those values once per part. You can score 10 points per part. We only give answers for the right ones, or we only give points, I should say, for the right answers. There's no penalty for guessing. But again, here's how you kind of can mess yourself over. Once you wager a value, right or wrong, you can't wager it again for that part. So if you wager 6 on the very first question and get it wrong or right, your 6 is burnt. You can't use it for the next 2 questions. You have to use 3 or 1. I'm telling you, it makes a lot of sense as the game progresses. If you're totally lost, you can always check out our social media platforms, heavybtrivia1.com. Bar Exam PT Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have visuals up there and the actual sheets that we use during our live games. So when you see it visually in front of you and written in front of you, it kind of makes sense. But as we also say, Justin, a lot of people tune in just to simply hear the questions and answer them. So if you don't want to keep score, that's completely up to you. If you want to create your own score system, go ahead and do that. If you want to compete, that's what we're putting this guy on for here. To compete. So if you are competing, you should consider this. Once you hand in your answer to your scorekeeper, you cannot have it back. Your answer is final once you give it to your scorekeeper. It is a team game, so you can talk amongst people at the office or whatever, but don't scream out any answers. If you shout out answers, that can ruin this game pretty quickly. And you can't use your cell phones. This is a brain game. You should not be using your cell phones. If you're caught looking up answers on your cell phone, your team gets disqualified. And even if you're not caught doing that, just know if you're looking up answers on the cell phone, you're cheating everybody at a bar trivia game. And tonight, we're not even playing for prizes, Jason. I have no idea why somebody would cheat.
You're cheating me.
You are cheating him. That's right. Of course, I don't really mind if you cheat him, though, also. So I don't know if that's a good defense right there. My name is Edge. I am your host this evening. All the decisions I make are final. Jason, are you ready to pass the bar, my
Let's
friend?
do it.
All right, here we go. First 3 questions in tonight's game. The first 3 categories, I should say, are movies, sports, internet, and tech. Once again, movies, sports, internet, and tech. Here we go with your movies category question. Again, Sarah is sitting off frame right over here. So if he is leaning over there, we are allowing her to play also. She just doesn't want to be seen. All right, movies, sports, internet, and tech. Here is your first question of part number 1. It is movies. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn co-star in what 2005 box office blockbuster about uninvited guests? Once again, Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn co-star in what 2005 box office blockbuster about uninvited guests? Good luck, everybody. One of my favorite movies. This is probably like the biggest movie of 2005 also, I would think. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn co-star in what 2005 box office blockbuster about uninvited guests? Jason, go ahead and show your response to the audience,
My
please.
response for 6 points, I wrote Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is correct.
There we go.
So he just picked up 6 points. He can't wager that 6 now for the next 2 questions, though. And if he got it wrong, he couldn't wager the 6 either. He's only got a 3 or a 1 here on these next 2 questions. Let's keep the good times rolling for Jason and hopefully you at home with your sports category question. This is a tough one, man. A really tough one.
Oh, boy.
But I'm sure you will recognize this guy's name. Former NBA star Stephon Marbury played college basketball at which ACC school? I think he was a one and done there also. Former NBA star Stephon Marbury played college basketball at which ACC school? Good luck, everybody.
I mean, challenge me next time.
Ah, boy. Those are famous last words right there. But I'll tell you that. I don't really want to ever see anybody fail, but
Except for me.
If you stir it up with me, man, we can go. Sports category question. He got this one right, though. This is a good one. Former NBA star Stephon Marbury played college basketball at which ACC school? You were only right if you wrote the Yellow Jackets, Georgia Tech.
The Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech.
There you go. I think he was a one and done there too. I mean, he was awesome, man. He was a star even before he got into college. All right. Internet and tech category question. Final question to part number 1. It's multiple choice. That's a good thing. Which of these music videos was the first to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? That's billion with a B, as in Brad. Was it Gangnam Style, Shake It Off, or Uptown Funk? Once again, which of these music videos was the first to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? Was it Gangnam Style, Shake It Off, or Uptown Funk? Good luck, everybody.
Can't tell you I know how to spell Gangnam.
Gangnam's a tough word to spell. The good news is, if that's the correct answer, spelling never counts in this game, or else nobody would score points. Which of these music videos was the first to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? Gangnam Style was the correct response. Gangnam. Gangnam. All right, part 2 categories, keeping the game moving along.
Bradley, or Edge, sorry, this is a perfect block.
It was a perfect block for Jason. He's got 10 points, kind of letting you in behind the curtain there. I don't know if I would have done that if I was him, but he's got 10 points now. All right, second part categories are, that was your first perfect part in a long time, too.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure everybody knows that. Arts and entertainment category, they're arts and entertainment, TV, food, and beverage are your part 2 categories. Arts and entertainment, TV, food, and beverage. Here's your A&D category question. What Las Vegas hotel is shaped like an Egyptian pyramid? Once again, which Las Vegas hotel is shaped like an Egyptian pyramid? Good luck. He is looking for advice.
No. Gotta be. I'm still gonna go low, though. I'm gonna go low.
The Las Vegas hotel that is shaped like an Egyptian pyramid is titled, or called, I should say, the Luxor.
Oh, see,
doesn't
that make sense?
Not that.
The Mirage?
The Mirage. Yeah, I guess, yeah. They're both kind of have that like Arabian theme to them, I suppose,
okay.
Right? Here's your TV category question. Second question to part number 2. Who starred as Veronica in the sitcom Veronica's Closet? Early 90s, maybe late 90s with this one. Who starred as Veronica on the sitcom Veronica's Closet? Good luck.
shouldn't have said anything about that perfect blog.
I'm telling you. You just don't tempt the gods, man.
Right.
Who starred as Veronica in the sitcom Veronica's Closet? Went from Cheers into this one. Kirstie Alley is the correct response. What do you got written there?
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. Yikes.
I've never seen the show. I'm sorry.
Here's your food and beverage category question. It is the final question, part number 2. This is a tough one also. In which decade was Kraft macaroni and cheese first introduced in America? Once again, in which decade was Kraft macaroni and cheese first introduced in America? Good luck.
Oh, this is my 6.
Oh, boy. You learn. Apparently, this guy hasn't. Kraft macaroni and cheese was first introduced in America in the 1930s. 1937, in fact. Sarah had it right. So he not only did he get it wrong, but he didn't listen to his wife.
I'm trying to play my game.
And he just, we can wind the tape back if we have to, but he was perfect in the last block.
Yes.
How were you in this block, Jason?
I was imperfect in this block. I missed all 3.
I love it.
So I've got 10 total points now over 2 blocks.
Okay, your part 3 categories are going to be music, comic books, and geography.
Oh, I should write these down.
Music, comic books, and geography. Music category question. First question of part number 3. John Popper is the lead singer and harmonica player for which band that originated in Princeton, New Jersey? Once again, John Popper is the lead singer and harmonica player for which band from Princeton, New Jersey? Good luck, everybody. Quick one for you, Jay. You listen to these guys?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
I do like these guys. They got a couple great songs. Hook is one of my favorites. John Popper is the lead singer and harmonica player for which band from Princeton, New Jersey? You were only right if you wrote Blues Traveler.
He's a big dude like me. We got to stick together.
Yeah. He is a big dude, although he is thinned out. I think he got that surgery, man.
He did. He got real little.
Yep. All right, comic books category question. Second question of part number 3. What Marvel Comics group operates out of the Baxter Building in New York City? Once again, which Marvel Comics group operates out of the Baxter Building in New York City? Good luck, everybody. Thinking long and hard about this one. I asked this one the other night at the live game. Stumped a lot of people on this one. What Marvel Comics group operates out of the Baxter Building in New York City? He does not even get an answer.
I don't know.
Folks. He question marks it. The correct response is the Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, man. Let's see if we can end on a high note here. Part number 3, geography.
All right,
In which state is the mysterious military base Area 51 located? Once again, in which state is the mysterious military base Area 51 located? Good luck, everybody. In which state was the mysterious military base Area 51 located? You were only right if you wrote Nevada, which Jason did.
I did.
Good way to finish the part there. All right, so it's now time for your halftime question. Halftime works a little differently. You don't need to wager on this question. This question is going to have 5 correct answers, and you're going to get 2 points for each answer you get correct. So you're going to have a chance to score 10 points here during this halftime question. Normally, when we're at the pub, we'd give you 2 songs for this one since it is slightly more involved. What we do with our halftime question here is we'll just take a 2-minute commercial break after we read out our halftime question. So here we go. Without considering Roman numerals, of Shakespeare's 37 plays, name 5 of the 7 Shakespeare titles that are just 2 words long. It's a tough one, man.
Without considering Roman numerals.
Without considering Roman numerals. Of Shakespeare's 37 plays, name 5 of the 7 Shakespeare titles that are just 2 words long. So you can only write 5 answers down. There's 7 answers but you can only write 5 down. You'll get 2 points for each answer you get correct. We will be right back with more of the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast and your halftime answer right after this. Thanks so much for listening, everybody.
Did you hear a mistake or wrong answer to a question?
Let us know about it.
Email the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast staff at barexampptpod@gmail.com.
Hey, it's Edge from the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors and let you know where you can play pub trivia live on location. Mondays, I'm in Buckhannon for Bar Bingo Night at Buffalo Wild Wings. Straight up bingo, but we play for gift cards. 5 games, in fact, throughout the night. 5 gift cards to give away. Check it out, Bar Bingo on Mondays in Buckhannon. We call the first ball at 6:30. Tuesday, catch me hosting live from the Rickside Bar and Grill in Bridgeport. Showtime at 7:30. And right now, we're running the bonus bingo promotion exclusively at the Brickside. So log on to heavybeattrivia1.com for info on that. Top 3 teams for pub trivia get gift cards each night. Brickside, Lodgeville Road in Bridgeport. You can also on Tuesday catch Haas calling questions at the Ramblin' Root in Fairmont. Showtime starts at 7 o'clock. The Ramblin' Root located right there on Fairmont Avenue in downtown. Prizes for the top 3 teams there. Wednesdays, catch Haas again as he makes the trip to Buckhannon for pub trivia at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's an early game, starts at 6:30. Buffalo Wild Wings in Buckhannon. You can see it right from Route 33. Prizes for the top 3 teams in Buckhannon. Magic's Bar and Grill also hosts a game on Wednesday night with your host with the most, Rob. Magic's located on Middletown Road there in Whitehall, a newly smoke-free facility also, which is really cool. Game starts at 7 o'clock there. Check out Magic's on Wednesday night. Prizes for the top 3 teams. Thursday, we give the bar exam in Fairmont at the Derby, probably my favorite place in the world. Really, I'm telling you. Greg is your host on Thursdays. The Derby, located on Virginia Avenue, right next to East West Stadium. Smaller joint, so get there early, get yourself a seat. Prizes for the top 2 teams at the Derby. Game starts at 7 o'clock. And then I'm back at it on Thursdays also, live from Meager's Irish Pub in Bridgeport. Betancourt at the new Charles Point Plaza. Top 3 teams get paid, including a $40 gift card for first place. Great selection of beer, too, at Meager's. Check us out Thursday for the bar exam. Gets underway at 7:30. Email us at barexampptpod@gmail.com. Thanks for playing the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast. We'll be right back.
Learn how to keep score by watching the tutorial and get official score sheets
at heavybeattrivia1.com.
You're playing along with the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast. Here's Edge.
It is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast. My name is Edge. Joining me as always, Jason Young, back with your halftime question. We asked before the break, Jason, without considering Roman numerals, of Shakespeare's 37 plays. Did you know he's a Shakespeare buff here, too? Did you know that he had 37 plays?
I did.
Name 5 of the 7 Shakespeare titles that are just 2 words long. So did you get all 7 on there?
I have 7 guesses.
Okay.
These are the 5 I think I know for sure.
Okay, here we go.
King Lear.
Yes.
Julius Caesar.
Yep.
King John.
That's it.
Titus Andronicus.
That is.
Twelfth Night.
Uh-huh.
Now, my other 2 guesses would be Winter's Tale.
That's correct.
And The Tempest.
That's it. That's all 7 right there. That's all 7, folks. Romeo and Juliet, of course, is 3 words when you have that "and" in there. And
Antony and Cleopatra is 3.
You can't do Roman numerals. I didn't think anybody was going to get Titus Andronicus, though. That's a tough one, man. Right there.
Titus Andronicus is like Shakespeare's horror play. There's so much death in Titus.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. All right. That's it for the first half. So what we'd normally do now is read out our halftime standings so everybody knew where they would stand, and then we'd take a 5-minute break, play a song so people could go use the bathroom, make a phone call, catch a vape, as they like to do so much here locally.
Used to be catch a wave.
Yeah,
now it's catch a vape.
But we don't need to do that here. Jason is at halftime. He has 29 points. He is your measuring stick here today, so we can jump right into our Part 4 questions. Don't forget, here in the second half, for those of you that have been listening, we up the ante here in the second half. We can now wager 7, 5, or 3 based on your confidence in the response. So you can now score 15 points per part instead of 10. With that being said, let's go ahead and get fired up with your Part 4 categories. They are music, television, food, and beverage. Once again, music, TV, food, and beverage. Here is your music category question to kick off the second half. Bill Medley and Bobby Hatfield made up which musical duo? Once again, Bill Medley and Bobby Hatfield made up which musical duo? Good luck, everybody. All right. First question of the second half. Bill Medley and Bobby Hatfield made up which musical duo? You're onto something there with, like, the word brothers in there.
Yeah?
But it's not the Everly Brothers.
Okay.
It is the Righteous Brothers. So Jason not off to a great start here in the second half. But we'll see if we can get him back here with TV. I know you watch a lot of TV. I don't know if this is your brand of TV, though. We'll find out.
It's on HBO. It's not.
It's not. This one is not.
Okay.
This one is on basic. All right. Julianne Margulies served as the title character on what drama that aired for 7 seasons on CBS? Once again, Julianne Margulies served as the title character on what drama that aired for 7 seasons on CBS? Good luck, everybody. TV category question. Second question of part number 4. Julianne Margulies served as the title character on what drama that aired on CBS for 7 seasons? You were only right if you wrote The Good Wife. There's Sarah over there with another one.
She
Why
was
doesn't
right.
he look over there?
I just feel like I'm cheating.
I don't get it.
She was right.
You're not cheating. It's a team game. I actually, before the show started, I invited her on. I'm like, does Sarah want to play with you today?
All right, fine. Sorry, I'll look every question.
Yeah, he could have more. He could have more points right now. He is an honest guy.
I would have
an
a lot
honest
more.
guy. All right, here is your.
I wrote "Touched by an Angel" because she's my angel.
That was a horrible guess. That was a horrible guess, by the way. I can't believe I didn't say anything about it. I didn't want to embarrass him. All right, food and beverage. What popular dark and bitter 70 proof German liquor comes in a green bottle and its name translates literally into Master Hunter? Once again, what popular dark and bitter 70 proof German liquor comes in a green bottle and its name translates literally into Master Hunter? I can't even smell this stuff anymore. Makes even talking about it.
I have PTSD writing the name of it.
No kidding. No kidding. What popular dark and bitter 70 proof German liquor comes in a green bottle and its name translates into Master Hunter? You were only right if you wrote Jägermeister. Oh. Yeah, really. Great sound effect for that right there. All right. Into part number 5, keeping the game moving right along. We go to movies, board games, internet, and tech. Once again, movies, board games, internet, and tech. Here's your movies category question. First question of part number 5. Who was the leader of the Pink Ladies in the movie Grease? Mm-hmm. Once again, who was the leader of the Pink Ladies in the movie Grease? Good luck, everybody. Some of these are easier than others. I always say that. It's all relative, though, also. What's easy for you might not be easy for me. But I love the randomness of this game, also. The difficulty's always all over the place, and the randomness of the questions never ceases to amaze me. Who was the leader of the Pink Ladies in the movie Grease? Go ahead, yell it out for him, Jason.
It was Rizzo.
Rizzo.
Stockard Channing.
I'll tell you what, she was a bad mofo in that movie also. All right, board games category question. Second question of part number 5. You can be within 2 on this one. How many pieces does a player begin a game of backgammon with? Once again, how many pieces does a player begin with in a game of backgammon? You can be within 2. Good luck, everybody. Can't write all of them. Sorry, guys.
Well, they start with They start with all their pieces.
Technically, I guess if we were going to talk semantics, no, can't write all of them. The correct response was 15.
Oh, okay.
So a player begins the game of backgammon with 15. But if you wrote 13 through 17, any of that would have been good. We gave you a two-piece qualifier on that one. All right, internet and tech category question. Final question of part number 5. What was the name of the friend who was automatically assigned to you when you created a profile on MySpace? Really going to date yourself on this one, I think. What was the name of the friend who was automatically assigned to you on your if you created a profile on MySpace? Good luck, everybody.
Yes. You feel good about that answer, right?
It was a very common name, although Larry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Larry is not, I think, common enough for that one. But the name of the friend that was automatically assigned to you when you created a profile on MySpace, this was the last question of part number 5 here, Internet and Tech. His name was Tom. So you created a MySpace profile, and before you had any friends, you had this guy down there in the corner named Tom, who probably a billionaire now, I think. Even MySpace, even though it's kind of fizzled out, guy had to have made it big, you would think, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. All right, part 6 categories, here we go. Final 4 questions. Famous firsts, sports, arts and entertainment.
I feel good about this.
Famous firsts, sports, arts and entertainment. Here is your famous firsts category question. Who was the first person to ever utter the words, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night"? Once again, who was the first person to ever utter the words, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night"? Good luck. All right, this is your, what did we say this was? Famous firsts category question. Who was the first person to ever utter the words, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night"? You were only right if you wrote Chevy
All right,
Chase.
all right.
Saturday. I have a hard time saying that word, Saturday. I always want to say, it's like I say it too fast almost. I didn't like the way it came off my tongue right there. Saturday. All right, sports category question. Second question of part number 6. In what year, you can be within 1 on this one also, in what year did Peyton Manning win his final regular season MVP award? Once again, in what year did Peyton Manning win his final regular season MVP award? Good luck, everybody. No help, Sarah, huh? Not on this one? In what year did Peyton Manning win his last regular season MVP award? It happened in the year 2013.
Oh.
2012, 2013, 2014 would have been the correct response. I think he was a Bronco in 2013 also. He won another MVP with the Broncos and a Super Bowl with the Broncos. Pretty good career for that guy. All right, arts and entertainment category question. Final question of part number 6. Either or. Which of Van Gogh's ears did he cut off? Once again, which of Van Gogh's ears did he cut off? Good luck, everybody.
All right.
What if I'm lying to you, though? Which I do.
No.
I do sometimes. Which of Van Gogh's ears did he cut off? It's the final question of part number 6. Arts and entertainment category question. He cut off his left ear. And that was one that you got from Sarah there.
Yeah, well, he was right-handed.
Okay.
You know how hard it would be to cut off your right ear?
Well, I didn't know he was right-handed.
I didn't either. I just made that up.
Nice. Nice. All right, it is now time for our final question of the night. The final question works just like Jeopardy. You now wager a value between 0 and 20 points. If you get the final question correct, I will add whatever you wager to your final score. If you get it wrong, I'm going to take away whatever you wager from your final score. So there is some strategy involved here. Now would be the time, if you are playing amongst a group of people or amongst a group of teams, to pause it and let everybody know where you stand in the game, because that helps the strategy here. Also want to let everybody know, if you hear some dishes hammering in the background or people, we do film this live at the Brickside Bar and Grill here in Bridgeport, West Virginia. We have a green screen behind us, but we are live here at the pub, so thanks so much for tuning in. Here we go with your final question, Jason. Are you ready?
Ready.
Within 3, how many Grammy Awards did Frank Sinatra win during his lifetime? Once again, within 3, how many Grammy Awards did Frank Sinatra win during his lifetime? Now, typically at the pub, we'd play 2 songs since this question's a little more involved. Since you're listening to the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast, we will play a 2-minute break. Take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with your final question and your final answer. Thanks so much for listening. It is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast.
Get your question on the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast by emailing barexamptpod@gmail.com. This is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast.
The Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast is recorded at the Brickside Bar and Grill, located on Lodgeville Road in Bridgeport. A selection of over 40 beers, award-winning wings, and the biggest open-air concert deck in Harrison County. Check out the Brickside Bar and Grill on Facebook or stop in and see for yourself. The Brickside, it's where the locals hang out.
Did you hear a mistake or wrong answer to a question?
Let us know about it.
Email the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast staff at barexamptpod@gmail.com.
Your final question is brought to you by Heavy B Productions. Good is only good until you've had better, and Heavy B Productions is the best. For information on event planning, interactive bar games, trivia leagues, video and audio production, and MC services for corporate events, weddings, and private events, check out Heavy B Productions online at heavybtrivia1.com.
You have about 60 seconds remaining to answer this question.
60 seconds. Good luck.
You're listening to the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast.
Courtside with the coach, getting ready for another big one. We actually ran into one another last night at the bar, Coach. We were out late. Things got out of control. How would you summarize the events?
I can't say anything because I get in trouble, but I tell you what, we made some bad decisions.
Yeah, things really did get out of hand when we started taking shots of Jägermeister. Your thoughts?
They're hard shots, man. Those are hard shots. And, you know, I mean, even if you chased them.
I couldn't agree more with you, Coach. One final thing, we can usually count on you to cut a rug on the dance floor. We didn't see you out there much last night, though. Was there something wrong?
I don't know what to say. I'm not lost. I'd like to say. I guess.
Did you see something on the dance floor that you didn't like?
It looked like every man for himself. I mean, quite honestly. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Cheers. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Contact us on Twitter, Bar Exam PT Pod.
Now back to the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast.
It is the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast, back with Jason Young. My name is Edge. Final question of the night. We said within 3, how many Grammy Awards did Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, win during his career? And one of the caveats of this question is you would need to know that the Grammys really didn't even exist for the first part of Frank Sinatra's musical career. So this number may be a little bit less than what you expect. But within 3, Frank Sinatra had won 11 Grammy Awards during his lifetime.
Right on.
Jason nails it, man. But he only bet 2.
Yeah.
So your final score tonight is what, Jason?
54.
Okay, 54. That's a pretty good score playing by yourself.
Yes, it is.
For individuals. So if you were playing against Jason tonight,
you had to beat 54.
You had to beat 54. And if you're playing against a group at the office or at a party or something like that, go ahead and add up your scores right now and go ahead and announce your final standings. I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Jason, any final thoughts on tonight's game? This is your highest score of the season so far, 54 points. What happened? What made it go?
Well, the middle question was about Billy Shakespeare plays.
That was a good one for you, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, it was.
All right, man. If you got a question for us that you'd like us to ask on the Bar Exam Pub Trivia Podcast, email us at barexamptpod@gmail.com or reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, Bar Exam PT Pod. You can listen to another episode on all those aforementioned platforms as well. That's Bar Exam PT Pod. For Jason Young, my name is Edge. We always finish with a toast. Jay, a glass is good. A lass is good. And a pipe to smoke in cold weather. The world is good. People are good. Let's all make each other better, huh?
Right on, brother.
Cheers, partner. Thanks so much for listening, guys.
This is a Heavy B production.
Spilled that one on me.